Hi everybody, I'm Kathy, creator of Gnoggintoppers. Welcome to my delightful yarn room. Oh, I'm so glad to be back. I was on vacation and I did post some videos for y'all, but I'm really glad to be back live and talking about things in real time. So I hope you all had a wonderful weekend. If you're new here, welcome. I hope you find some joy and inspiration. And if you're returning, thank you for coming back. I hope we have a really fun chat today as well. I hope everybody's been making lovely creative things or thinking about them. And I can't wait to dive right in. I have a bunch of notes here because I want to tell you a little bit about my vacation, especially because I had craft involved. So I'm going to be working off the notes just a bit. So first, I'm going to hopefully attach or just put as a short my dress and my shawl that I wore with my pretty white sandals to the mall in Washington, D.C. for what they called the Great American State Fair. Oh, it was really a lot of fun. It was hot down there. It's hot and humid, you know, this time of year. We had some lovely mornings and a couple of nice evenings and some rain. And just wait till I tell you about this one. Because, you know, on the 4th, I think they'd been totally rained out till later, a couple hours delay, but we got there maybe around 2-ish, and we walked through some of the displays, and we saw New York State, which looked pretty good, and a lot of Watkins Glen in that one. And we walked through Colorado, which was interesting. And when I say walk through, I mean they were literally like 12 by 12, maybe, probably a little bigger, 20 by 20 maybe. Not huge spaces, just enough to get some big pictures up and displays on the floor and handouts and stuff like that. And we went through Virginia's. And we also tried to ride the Ferris wheel because my daughter's friend had told her how lovely that was. So we got in line for the Ferris wheel. And we were about 10 people away from getting on because it was a continuous one because it went really slow. And so they were just constantly unloading and loading into these lovely little covered gondolas. And we almost got on and they shut the Ferris wheel down because the storm clouds were really coming in, and no rain or anything yet. And then after we walked away from the Ferris wheel, that's when we went and saw New York. And then the New York State people who were running their booth said, everybody's got to get out. They're closing the whole, fair down because of bad weather. So we exited out the closest exit to where we were. It was all calm and everything, and there weren't like a ton of people because it was the day before it closed up, so it was winding down. But we walked out and it's like, oh, what are we gonna do? Because we were gonna eat dinner later in DC, but we had several hours. Well, as we exited the fairgrounds, we were greeted by the the National Gallery of Art, which I had been in probably 32 years ago, and didn't really remember it until I got in and certain things clicked in my memory. Oh, we spent the most delightful hour and a half or so in there. We saw Van Gogh's self-portrait. I was thrilled to see that. They had several Van Goghs in there, but the self-portrait's one of my personal favorites, and it was beautiful. And we saw, I can't remember, there was one other one. Was it no, I can't remember. But anyway, another really famous Renaissance painter. And we just walked all through. One time we went to the Hirshhorn on another visit. That's my favorite museum. Or I'll say my favorite outside exhibit, because they have a sculpture garden, which has been under construction forever. But I don't know. I mean, sometimes it's a little hard to pick a favorite museum. But yeah, we had a delightful time there. And oh, I think it was the Leonardo da Vinci. I'll show you. I'm such a tourist. I got the little map. That one right there. That was the one that they said was really special. It was the only Leonardo da Vinci. I thought she said in the Western Hemisphere. I'm not sure if she meant that. But anyway, we got to see this beautiful little painting. You know, the Mona Lisa and all them, you know, we see pictures and I always perceived them to be large. They're not large. They're all like, they're not even 2 foot by 2 foot mostly. But there's a lot of detail. But anyway, it was really quite a thrill to be in there. I really liked it. So we couldn't see all of one of the fair, but we did make up for it with the beautiful museum. And that was free. Was it free? Yeah, it was free to get into the museum. So all was not lost. So that was just wonderful. So I had a great time with my daughter. I do want to show you some pictures. We went to what's this called? National Sporting Library and Museum. And there was this gentleman. Look at that sculpture. That's like over 10 feet tall. I think it's called Whispering Waters. And that sculpture, that one looks like it's the permanent inside one. And then there's another one. This gentleman from England, he does a lot of things, but he studies the equine, and he has a whole, like we saw, I think 4 different styles of the horse heads he makes. Nick Fidian Green, that's his name. And he does them out of bronze and hammered silver. There was a solid gold one in there. It was only about this big, but it was beautiful. And so that was another museum we went to on a different day. And the library was beautiful in all these old Virginia buildings where you walk in and all the wood floors make the delightful creak. Oh, I just love that feeling. And so that I enjoyed that a great deal. And of course we ate out a bunch, had fun doing that. And now I'm back. So let me see, did I tell you all? Oh, I have to tell you too, we went to a farmer's market. I don't know if you can see too well. That's only part of it. Little farmer's market. And there was this place called, was it Kinloch Farm Store? And of course they do all their butchering and stuff, and he had meat and all that for sale. Ton of delightful artisans in a little barn building there. I bought my daughter a couple things, but in this Kinloch farm, they take their cowhide from the cows they butcher, and someone works it into leather goods. Oh yeah, beautiful bags and just all kinds of things. I might ask, like for Christmas or something, they had this kit, and it wasn't real fine, supple leather, but nice leather, and you actually take the piece and you get leather straps in the holes in the leather, and you kind of sew up the leather and put a bottom on it, and you have this lovely little cylindrical bag, which would be a great knitting bag. So I'm thinking about that. And I thought their prices weren't bad for leather work. I thought their prices were worth it, because you buy a piece of leather like a bag, you're going to probably use it most of your life. So anyway, that was a thrill. I just had to mention that if you're ever down in west of DC, it's a really fun area to go look at things like that. So now I got through that. I'm just checking my let's see. Okay, all my notes. So now, what did I make when I was gone? Because I made that little video about what I'm going to take. And of course, last minute, the morning I was leaving, because thank goodness I didn't have to leave at the crack of dawn, I did repack a little bit. Oh, and I'm like, you can't really be doing this now. This isn't like good thinking right now. But what I did end up taking, Well, I took my funnel neck sweater. I never worked on it because my daughter bought a beautiful puzzle. We love to do puzzles. So we spent quite a while on this map of Lisbon from Portugal where she visited. It was a fun puzzle, but it was a little challenging. And so we gave it our all. We almost got done, not quite. So, you know, that cut into any crafting time, but that's okay. So I did take, I can't remember if I showed y'all now, but I did take that ball of yarn with all the black puffies on it. See these guys? So I made the little, it's not all that little. I made the scarf. Isn't that lovely? Sorry, I can't really show it too well. But that's like the halfway point. And when you knitted it, it was just knits and purls, you kept all the pom-poms on one side, like on the right side. I just finished it on the plane. I literally finished it as we were landing. But you know, it's quite lovely. So I will, gee, it actually looks nice in the camera. So I will sell that at a farmer's market. Hopefully someone will like it. It was fun. The yarn is actually kind of like chenille-ish. Not my favorite, but it worked out nice on this. It's light as a feather, and it's kind of cute. I think somebody who likes to go a little, you know, fancy-do will probably think that's fun to wear. Here's what it was. It was Red Heart Boutique Chic, and literally the instructions, that was it. That was it. I mean, it couldn't have been easier. I didn't even have to read them. And they had them in French. I love to read the instructions in French and comments in French because I studied there for a while, and I like to pick up little things, little French sayings and stuff like that. So I have to tell you, I said in one of my other videos how I didn't like the fancy ChiaoGoo needles in the bigger sizes. Wrong. So to make that scarf, these were the ChiaoGoos I used, and they were absolutely wonderful. Look, they're little. They're number 15s, and I think they're only 16 inches. 15, yeah, 16 inches. Oh, perfect. Very nice. If I can get them and they look like this, I will replace all my big needles with ChiaoGoos eventually. I don't run out and buy stuff unless I got a project. So I had these I took as well, but I didn't need to use them because I didn't need that big, huge area. These, I don't know. These say, these are Takumis, clover Takumis. And I like the bamboo a lot too, but I didn't use those. Keeping them in my Susan Bates because, you know, that makes sense. But I had to correct that statement because I ended up really enjoying these ChiaoGoos. So it was fun to finish that because I only started it I flew home Monday. I think I started it Sunday. So that was a real quick make. Very fun. I have no idea what the yarn cost originally because I got it in that big $10 bag. I'm just looking to see if there's any. The color's called Ebony. And in the instructions, it's a size 6. And in the instructions, they just say, takes one ball. Easy peasy. If you know someone who likes to knit and they're kind of a simple knitter, or they, you know, they like little quick things, this is perfect if it's still available. Yeah. So what's next? Oh, so what did I make? I got to show you the cutest thing I made when I was down there. I'm going to try to show the right side. Right side, wrong side? This side, I think. Look at this cow dishcloth. Is that not a hoot? I got the pattern to show you. That might be the wrong side. Maybe this is the right side. I think I'm gonna make more. They were not that difficult, and honestly, if you screw up, nobody's ever gonna know. You know, cow patches and all that. I would definitely the next time not carry any of the colors underneath. Being a little lazy, you know, doing it the first time. But the pink makes it, because it really didn't look like much, but you put like the udder pink. My daughter said, those udders look a little angry, Mom. But I like the bright pink. So I think I'll make another one. You know, I'll probably put $10 on this. It took a long time, really. And I mean, it's not like maybe the best piece in the world, but it's pretty darn funny. And I'll just wait till the right cow person comes along to buy it. But yeah, it was kind of fun to make, really. And here's the little instruction from, now this says Lily Sugar and Cream. I could have sworn I got this off Yarn Inspirations, or one of those. Mine's in black and white, and I just followed this chart, which was really, it's a little small, but not super microscopic. And it's just white, black, and rose pink. I just used colors I had in my stash, but that was fun, and I'll definitely make another one of those. Oh dear. Now I made some bucket hats because I decided on taking my cotton. I can't remember if I was going to do that originally or not, but I had the Secret Yarneries pattern from Crystal, and I just written it down. But look at how pretty this one came out. What's that right there? Oh, I'll put my name tag over that. Yeah, look at how pretty that all came out. I used variegated yarn here. That's why it looks a little odd down here. And the bright yellow. And I think it came out so pretty. I had the most delightful conversation with a lady who was drinking the most lovely smelling tea when I was flying out and making this. Isn't that nice? And so I think GHI. I think I made this with an I. It's pretty good size. I haven't measured it, but it's big for my head, and I'm a 22-inch head. So this is kind of a biggish one, but you know, that's okay. Then I made this pink and white variegated one. Didn't that come out nice? I love the way they call that. I guess they call that color pooling. I think that's what variegation supposed to do. I love it. And this is the real Krista look. She puts like this little, it's almost like a visor brim. The bucket hat comes down, but instead of flaring out, she has it kind of come down a little bit. Very feminine, I think. So this one I made in an H hook, or the next hook down. Still a little big. Still a little big, same pattern, same Lily Sugar and Cream yarn. So then I made this one in an H. And I gotta try this one on. Yeah, I think that's my size, is in the H. So I think the H makes the nice 22-inch. And what I did for this one and for the pink one was, because I'm kind of using the scraps, and as I run out of the colors, isn't that pretty? I then just put white on the bottom. And I think that works out really nice. So it'll be my little signature look is the white on the bottom. I like that. You can look at the hat and I can say, I probably made that. And so that's what I did with the bucket hats. I made 3 of those. And they whip up pretty quick. That's another, I would say, very easy pattern. Oh, and her tutorial is perfect in every way. And then we were talking about that stuff with Hannah and one of her friends, and the friend said, oh, my husband loves a bucket hat. And I said, really? What color does he like? And she said, a plummy burgundy, and I got his head size. So at first I was thinking of using this beautiful yarn that I really want to make a shirt out of, because I don't have a ton of purple, especially I want to do cotton, because down there in Virginia it's just hot. It's really hot. But then I thought, well, maybe I have this beautiful, it's coming up a little redder and brighter, But this is really a very pretty yarn. It's polyester, nylon, and silk. I think it'll be okay. We're gonna say so. Polyester, nylon, 20% silk. I don't know. I'll think about it. But I think this is really great. My daughter got me this years ago, Bernat Shantung. Oh, and this is in claret. Well, claret's kind of close to burgundy, isn't it? In the wine spectrum. So what do I have? I have these 3 little nuggets, which probably won't be enough because I think he has a little larger head, but that's okay. But then I thought, well, I do have this brown in the same yarn. I got a lot of this. And this is taupe. So I could do that on the bottom, maybe. I also have this in something I was trying to make that I have to frog. So I might frog that. Or if I wanted to just give it a maybe a stripe or 2, I might use this white. And this is that Gnoggintoppers-fun. And what's this made? Can we see? Made in Italy. Cotton, that's good. And polyamide. I don't know what that is. Oh, it's a nylon. I think nylon's man-made. It's not like a rayon or a viscose, which I think is from plants. It says Coats GmbH. I don't know what that is, but anyway, I kind of like that. Oh, and I did pull out this is a Lydia's, Aunt Lydia's. Isn't that pretty? I thought I might work that in. That might be pretty near the brim too. So we'll see, but I'm going to work on that next. I want to get that done. And oh, here's the Aunt Lydia's Mission Adventure Crochet. This is nice. I've used this before in something and I loved it. I've been saving it, but I thought, no, you know, if I can use it up. Oh, and the name is Burgundy. Bingo. I thought I would just use it up. And what's this made out of? Acrylic and polyester. Well, I'm not hitting it out of the park with the cottons, but you know, we're just going to do our best. So, so I did also bring this yarn to make a hat with. This is actually cotton. And I did bring my scrubbies, but I never got to it. But that's okay. I would say I didn't really overpack. I probably could have left the sweater at home, the wool sweater. But that's okay. Let's see what else I got to tell you about now. But I do think that's all I made. That's all I completed. But I did complete a wonderful vacation too. Let's see, what else? Oh, I wanted to talk to you about the Brown Sheep Company. Because I had a wonderful viewer say that she was from Nebraska and she had some familiarity with this company and that it was lovely. So I did look them up just briefly. They have a great history. At one point I read their 3 generations and another, I think it might have been in 1980 they started yarn. I can't remember, like making their own yarns. But when I start a project in this, I'll give you the whole 411 if you'd like. But thank you so much, my friend from Nebraska, letting me know about that. It's nice to have a connection like that. So I hope I hear from you again. And I'm looking forward to using your state's yarn. Wouldn't that have been fun if they'd had a whole fiber thing from all 50 states? I'd have liked that. Okay, and what's next? Oh, and I'll just tell you, I had some lovely comments from viewers. And there was a lady from Kentucky who chimed in, and oh, y'all have such lovely things to say. And And for my Kentucky viewer and all of you, I'm going to highlight a couple of new crochet stitches because she was saying, oh, you know, I make blankets all the time and single and double. I'd really like to kind of branch out a little bit. And I thought, well, that's fun. I like to branch out a little bit. I might be looking into the Catherine wheel. I'm just going to pull one of my, or a couple crochet books down and have a look, see what we want to investigate for new crochet stitches, because it can be a lot of fun making something new. And you know, if you just make something little like this or a little scarf, if you don't really enjoy it, well, you know, you're not making it for the whole year. But they are fun to try. And of course, I love edging too. I'll show you the edging on this is just chain of 5, chain of 7, chain of 5, all in the same stitch, chain 4, repeat all the way around. That's all that was for an edging. And let me see here now. Seems to me there was somebody else. But what I wanted to say anyway about folks reaching out in the comments, and that is, you know, hang in there. Hang in there, everybody. I always try to bring a little fun and joy when I get in front of the camera and chat with y'all. And I can put you in my prayers, and I can kind of, you know, look up things that you might want to see. But I just love the fact that I bring you some joy and you let me know that. So I hope your day is really good today, because this is the only day we have, right? So hang in there and let's have some more fun now. So I have some really good news. When I got back, I had an email from the farm market that I wanted to try to sell at for a few Sundays here at the end of the summer. And I got an email back. They actually said, sorry, your email got a little lost in the sauce, but I was away anyway. So they're going to send me a contract for the last Sunday this month. I think 3 in August, and the last Sunday they have their craft fair, September 6th. I think that's Labor Day weekend. So anyway, I'm very excited about that. I'll keep you posted. So I have those markets. That's a lot of markets for me, but I don't have to bring a table or chairs, so it's a real easy, just bring your own stuff, you know, in boxes, set up and go home. No heavy lifting. And then I have one market at a church in town. I'm looking forward to that. I've never done that one, but it looked like fun in the pictures. And then I'm returning to a fall market late November, and it's a pretty good one. I'm not sure if it's as big as it was, because last year there were 5 or 6 other markets on the same Saturday in like the same, I'm going to say 15-mile area. That's a lot of big markets. They were big ones, yeah. Where, you know, you could take all day or a half a day or several hours to get through just one of them. But I like this one. I got a girlfriend who goes. I'm hoping to get a booth near her now. And so I feel all set with that. I also feel somewhat comfortable with what I have made, which is nice, because the anxiety about inventory can be a little overwhelming. And I don't want to put that on myself. So I have a few things I'm going to make, and I'll take you along with me. I've got hats. I want to make stingrays, some lambs, and stuff like that. Little stuff that's fun and easy. So I do believe, oh, one last thing. So before I left on vacation, I had gone to that garage sale where they just left the sale up from the weekend, and on Monday everything was free. And I had found some lovely things and some paper bags, and I had said, I wondered what she made with the paper bags, and I couldn't find the sample that was I dug through and found what she made. It had fallen down in the back of the van, and my husband found it. So this woman, I don't know who she was, but she collected paper bags, and then I think she made cards. Because look, isn't that lovely though? And this is cloth glued on, and then of course I think she's got some glitter and paper. Oh, and that's a kitty cat, an angel with a kitty cat. Is that not something? I'm going to give this to my neighbor probably for Christmas or something because she loves cats. And I just realized that was a kitty cat on there. Aw. So anyway, I wanted to show you that because that was a nice little, hey, look, I found it. So I'm happy you're here. I'm happy to be back. I hope you have a wonderful week. I might start pulling inventory out and start going through it with you on Saturday just to see what we got. And if you enjoyed this today, please feel free to subscribe and like and hit the bell and comment and all the good stuff. Oh, and I hit 100 subscribers. That just makes me so happy because that means there's all these people that, I get to make happy and chat with. And I want to thank you all for popping in and finding something of value here. So until Saturday, y'all take care, and thanks for popping in for now. Bye.